Press.
Time to eat my ass. Time to eat my ass. It's all about my ass, and how you eat it. It's all about my butt, and if you can beat it, my ass on the throne, now can you unseat it? It's all about my rim, and if you can clean it. I am the mark, you don't wanna play me, the super mark, no way you can change me. Cheering loud, 6 beers deep, with my ass popped down in a front row seat. You'll shoulder the bit and I run, be a good.
Is that it?
No, I think you got a phone call and it cut it off. Is that what happened?
I don't know. It just stopped playing and stopped eating my ass. Everybody, Tullo has new entrance music. Welcome to the Comedians of Wrestling podcast. Kicking it off very comedically, people would say.
Shout out to Rooster Illusion, our guy Dave. He goes by Rooster Illusion. Hit me up randomly and was like, "Yo, man, I have this idea about Triple H's entrance song and making a song about and doing the Eat My Ass thing," because we did it on the pod as like a thing. Like it just came out. It just came out of our.
Did we do that? Did we sing that on the pod? Time to eat my ass.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't remember anything that happens on this podcast.
Neither do I.
Oh,
and he
man.
and then
It's time to eat my ass. Time to eat my ass.
This guy's the man. I want more songs from Rooster Illusion.
It's all about my ass, and how you eat it. It's all about my butt, and if you can beat it, my ass on the throne, now can you unseat it? It's all about my rim, and
It's all about
you
my
can
rim, and if you can
clean it.
and if it's all about my rim, and if you can clean it,
yeah. Dude,
folks.
he couldn't wait. Like, so I never check Facebook anymore. And so sometimes I have messages in there from people and I'm like, oh shit. And I saw this and it was like, he sent it to me like Sunday night and I saw it on Monday. And like, I was just reading through and I'm like, oh man, this is hilarious. I'm going to tell this guy to do it. And then before I could get to the bottom, it was already done. He sent me the file and I was like, holy shit. I was like, bro, I was fucking dying, man. It's insane. Insane.
I'm really happy for you, Tullo. You finally got the entrance music that you've been fucking clamoring
That
for.
I deserve.
Everybody, this is the Comedians of Wrestling podcast. If you're new to the show, Tullo is the current champion of this podcast, the Comedians of Wrestling heavyweight champion. He won it off me, and his finishing move is the Eat My Ass, and it's a submission maneuver which require puts it's pretty self-explanatory.
Pretty
it's
much,
a submission
yeah.
move called Eat My Ass. Figure it out, okay?
Yeah.
And it's a devastating maneuver.
You've been putting it twice.
I've been putting it twice. I've been putting in a human centipede, Eat My Ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a devastating maneuver. Now it has the song to back it up. Will you be entering to that song at your next match, Tullo?
100%.
So that you officially say that is your entrance music, the time to eat my ass.
I mean, how can it not be anymore? I mean, it's
Yeah.
insane. He even throws a supermark line in there too. It's like, wow. I mean, wow.
Everybody, patreon.com/comedians wrestling. Support this podcast, patreon.com/comedians wrestling. Well, we put out a bonus episode every single week for you. Coming at you, everybody. And we'll record something after Double or Nothing. Maybe the next day. We'll have to figure out when.
Yeah, maybe a little.
We'll do
maybe a pre Double or Nothing, and then like a post. But it's been tough the last couple of weeks. A lot going on, and we apologize for not delivering content to you. Like
we've been bogged down. It's been a 1-2 punch, as many would say. Tullo had a wedding. This wedding that you were at, was it a 8-day wedding? What happened there?
I'm still recovering. The wedding finished Sunday night, and I'm like 95%. I think I'll be 100% back to my I don't think I'll ever truly be the same ever again, to be honest with you. It was wild. Thank God it was in
Now,
Austin. I was close to home.
what made this wedding so crazy? Did you, super kick the groom, marry the bride in a
No.
drive-through? I mean, what was the stipulations of this wedding? Did Rusev pop out of a cake? What happened at this wedding?
It was an Indian wedding, and as we know from celebrations such as when Jinder Mahal won the championship, he had
Yes.
an incredible championship celebration. Do you remember that? They had the drummers.
Oh yeah,
They had
that
the
was a
whole
great time.
thing. So we had that ceremony we had the Indian ceremony on Saturday, and then the culmination was the I would guess you say American ceremony. I don't know. That doesn't make
Yeah,
any
they
sense.
pulled a double wedding gimmick.
And let me tell you.
You gotta love that. Everybody, I tell people, get culture because it means two weddings. No, no, it's amazing. If you want to have a traditional wedding in your culture, your faith, or whatever, a lot of times people have one Americanized wedding, right? So as well, so you basically have two weddings. A lot of people do this, and it's like back-to-back nights most of the time, right?
So yeah, I mean it
It's
was
so
so
wild.
the
Well, I
Indian
can't
ceremony
even
was like during
imagine.
the day. It was casual, there was no drinks. It was just food and the beautiful ceremony with the barat and he came in on the horse. It was amazing, amazing. Everybody was dressed up in the Indian garb. It was beautiful. And then it's like everybody went back home, showered up because it was 98 degrees that day. I sweat so much, right? Everybody go, but then everybody just gets together again at night the day before the wedding. And I took like an Uber home at like 2:45. I woke up, I was hungover. I was like, shit, it happened. Because everybody was just buzzing from the ceremony the day before, and a lot of people are in town because it's their only time in town. You know what? I'm rambling a little bit here, but the number
Yes.
one people who are the craziest motherfuckers are the the new parents that get to be away from their kids for the first time. Those people are fucking
Oh
insane,
yeah, yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah,
Those
yeah.
people go crazy. All my friends were away from their kids for the weekend. So many people I met at the wedding didn't have their kids, and they like like they've never partied before. Amazing.
I
But
love
we're
that for
back.
you.
But we're back.
I love that for you, but there really is no time to talk about this
You,
wedding anymore.
I mean, you also had two. You had two shows, and
I
both
had two
successful.
shows. I had a show Friday night, I had a show Saturday night, both successful, sold out shows, live in LA, coming back,
Beautiful.
baby. And then I also got a booster shot.
Oh my god.
That laid me out. So it's just been like, hard to get to the mic, hard to watch the wrestling without falling asleep. But the benefits of this episode coming out late is that we did see Dynamite tonight.
Saw everything.
So
I'm all caught up. I feel I've never been. There's so much wrestling going on.
There's a lot going on. I mean, I think the thing we should start with, just because I don't want, this is the thing that was breaking when we recorded the last episode. Now there's a lot more information on it.
Yeah.
But I think we should talk about the Sasha and Malia thing. No, hey folks, Sasha and Naomi. I always say Sasha and Malia because I think it's funny every time. Let's talk about the Obama daughters. So Naomi and Sasha, as we were recording the last podcast, it was reported that they walked out, right? And Tullo came out and was like, "This is not a work at all."
Mhm.
And Tullo laid on his sword on that about saying it's
Mhm.
not a work.
Mhm.
And it seems to be that Tullo is right. It was not a work, right?
Well, but then they mentioned it again on SmackDown this week. Like Cole took the time to say how they let them all down. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like,
I think that I think that what I said on the last podcast is technically right, but I don't remember my exact words. But I did say it was a work shoot, is what I said. And I believe that this was based in some kind of reality that they went with, and that seems to be what it is. But
it's just
I guess
a wild. Isn't that a wild maneuver though? Like, isn't that such a weird way to do things? Like, I don't know, man. Whatever.
Well, it's weird
Honestly.
because did we even? I don't think if I might be wrong, but on that episode of Raw where they walked out, I don't think we knew that was the main event, right?
They started off the night by saying it was the main event, and I think going into it too.
So then we
it was
did.
we did know going.
Yeah, but do you think that the way wrestling fans watch Raw, if they just changed up the main event, would anyone even notice? I mean,
Bro, I mean, I texted you. They had fans crying over RK Bro losing. I don't even know. I don't even know what their fan base is anymore, dude. Like it's all over the place. It's so crazy. It's wild.
uh, did you see? This is a random thing, but when
Yeah.
CM Punk came out and they showed the fans, and one guy was like CM Punk, and they showed another guy like CM Punk. They showed another guy going CM Punk, and they saw a guy with an MJF shirt on who said,
Yeah.
"Fuck CM Punk." Did you see that? And they got away quick. Yeah. No, I don't know. Look, we know the deal with Sasha. Sasha's a huge mark, right? She takes like all titles in WWE like extremely, extremely seriously. And I don't know if you can knock her for it. I think it's really cool. I always applaud how serious Sasha takes herself.
Uh-huh.
My only beef is like none of us care about any of those titles. So it's like she's all caught up in these titles that don't have a lot of weight. Like the women's tag titles don't have a lot of weight. We just have to be honest about it. They don't build a really great women's tag division for you to like
Totally.
sink your teeth
Yeah.
into. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in that aspect, 100%.
Right.
But I would say that Sasha was doing her best to put some weight back on those titles, and I think that's what.
This goes for the men also,
and
by the way.
but I would say that that's really the root of what happened here is that they were like, you don't give a shit about these titles or our storylines. Why would you put us in this match? None of this makes sense. So if you do this, we know what this is leading to. Then Naomi and I get beef, and we end up losing the titles. They get thrown on another hodgepodge tag team, and the cycle continues. They've done the same thing with every single tag team.
Yeah, I understand why she would be frustrated because it's like she's like, why not let us make this mean anything?
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
And I understand why she's upset. I'm just also saying like, I guess in that sense, yeah, I'm in on that. That's good. That is cool that she takes it like that. She takes it that
1,000.
seriously.
And I think that's what it is.
But then, because didn't she have that weird thing? What I was thinking of is that at Mania 35, they dropped the titles to the Iconics. It was Bailey and Sasha, remember?
Yeah.
And then she was really annoyed by that.
Yeah,
right?
and it was same exact kind of situation, same thing. And
Because
honestly,
she's like,
at
our
that
run
time, I'm
was
like,
shit.
honestly, at that time, I was like, but the way it was portrayed in the media, it got me thinking, like, I don't understand what she's so mad about, like, really. And then I was like, oh shit. And she like went away for a while, and when she was away, she like trained her ass off. She came back like,
Yeah, she went to Japan, right? That was the whole time.
And honestly, she just cares about it. But I mean, she's all over the place right now. She's gonna be.
She's
a huge
badass, man.
Dan, like I know we talk about this, but like I think she's got the potential to be probably one of the biggest stars coming out of WWE.
Sasha?
Yeah.
Well, she's already had match of the last Mania when she had a real match. She had a singles match. She had the breakout match, right?
Yeah. But Bianca.
Pretty much made Bianca's career, right? I mean, that's no knock on Bianca, but I'm saying someone has to give you the rub, and Sasha rubbed her very hard. And she let her like hit her, she let her whip her and put those marks on her.
Oh yeah,
that was the first thing, and then Becky did the same thing, but that all came from Sasha allowing, Becky allowing. Because look, you can like say yes to booking, but when some people in wrestling, you're coming in, you're doing the job, you're going to be looking up at the lights, and you're probably. We've seen times where it's like wrestlers fight against it or they don't give it their all because they know they're losing,
Yeah.
And so, in that way, Sasha's love for the business and the titles really was to her benefit. So I think that.
Yeah.
But yeah, my thing with Sasha is like it's really interesting because I feel like she focuses on all the wrong shit.
Well, here's also the perfect example too, though.
Why can't she just cut one good promo?
They dropped those titles off on that table. Have we heard about them since? They haven't talked about them. There's no plan for what they're going to do for them. Right. They got a pay-per-view coming up. They're not going to build. I think, honestly, they're just going to go away. They're just going to go away. They're going to be like, you know what? No one wants these. Fine. We'll get rid of them. Everybody told us they wanted them, and now no one wants them, so we'll get rid of them. That would be WWE's excuse to get rid of them.
Yeah. Jumping around, but whatever. I mean, it sounds like Naomi's leaving, right?
I don't know. Really?
Her contract's up. I read her contract's up or something. So there's a chance Naomi's going. But anyway, I don't know. In any case, um, uh, what were we talking about? Oh, I was thinking about this thought when I was watching wrestling, and then let's look at Double or Nothing a little bit. Give it AEW the focus they deserve this week, going into a huge pay per view. But it is interesting because a lot of my focus is WWE right now, and
Well,
I
this is like, look what we got coming up here. We got Double or Nothing coming up. We also then next weekend we have Hell in a Cell,
yeah,
and then like right
then goes
into
to Money in the Bank,
Money in the Bank. So like, but these 2 weeks
which
of
is in
wrestling
Vegas.
is a lot, and honestly, both companies are doing a pretty compelling job leading up to both of these pay-per-views. So like, it's a spicy time. Like, yeah, Double or Nothing. I think AEW gets the focus this week, but then we're gonna have no problem talking about Hell in a Cell next week.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta. I mean, This is not a surprise, but go. The stuff I'm caring about a lot in wrestling is a lot of WB stuff lately.
Like, I'm really hyped for that Kevin Owens and Ezekiel match at
I
at the
mean, I'm
pay-per-view.
so into Zeke.
Yeah.
Seeing Zeke speak. You know,
Yeah.
um, he's super over. Elias, man, Elias. This is what my point was: is that Elias. I feel. I was watching Elias, and then I was thinking about Riddle, and I was just like, man, I'm really good at. From all these combos yet, it's so interesting. It's like all those NXT talents. It really was. It really was interesting to see. Like, to me, it was always kind of obvious which guys in had the tools to survive a main roster.
Uh-huh.
And Riddle's like the big guy where I was like, I said it from the start. I was like, he's
Yeah.
the biggest. He's literally headed towards main event, right? I mean, he's cutting promos by himself.
I think he's gonna get Roman he might even get Roman at Hell in a Cell.
That's what I'm saying. He's headed towards main event, and I feel like I always said it. Like, I want people to go back on this podcast because remember Sheb's arguing with me? I was like, Riddle is the guy who he can literally wrestle. He's one of the only guys I see who could potentially
Like
wrestle
the Brocks, you
in
always
the
said
main event.
Well, he always had
against,
that.
like,
He had the feud with Brock and Goldberg too. He was in.
Yeah.
He was in the conversation with the right people. So you see where he is. He's like, this is a big dude. Like, he stands in there and he can go with it. But you know me, diehard Matt Riddle fan here for a while. I mean, and honestly, he's done a pretty fucking compelling job to get me roped back in. When I saw a kid in an RK Bro 420 shirt, okay?
Yeah.
All right? Okay? I mean, this is
How young?
He was like 9.
Yeah.
So does that mean they're printing those shirts on youth sizes as well?
You know what? I'm so numb to weed culture. Like,
It's pretty easy to know that RK Bro just smoked
I literally
you,
had
man.
I had an incident very recently where I saw someone get mad at somebody for smoking weed indoors, and I was like, "Wait, what? Is that something are you even allowed to get mad at people for smoking weed anywhere? You know, like
Yeah.
are you?" Right, like weed is so normalized in our society in general, but especially where I live, So it didn't even dawn on me that like they got a weed thing going with with Riddle, and that might be weird.
Dude,
Are we even Hey, I'm so out of it. I don't have kids or anything. Like, are we even telling kids to not smoke weed anymore, or are we giving them weed? I mean, is it in the lunchroom? I don't even know.
They don't make the RK Bro shirts in 420 shirts in youth sizes. So that
Okay.
parent bought like probably a small.
He got an adult small. You know
Uh-huh.
what I mean?
Yep.
This dad was like, I need my kid in a weed shirt, which by the way is also not that weird. He can have a kid who's like pro cannabis, right?
And if the kid loves Riddle and Randy Orton, there were people crying in the audience that RK Bro lost to the Usos. So this is like a perfect example. It's like, wow, they've really done a great job with Roman Reigns and the Usos and the Bloodline. Like, it's just been incredible that they're getting people to really care about Randy Orton and Matt Riddle now, to the point where Matt Riddle's getting a bump, which is something we knew because he was talented. But like, this guy's really fucking done a great job. There's nothing you can say about it. He's killed it. Crowd loves him.
I'm into it. You know, it's good shit going on there. Is what it is. And then we got Cody in a cell with Seth.
I mean,
Pretty exciting. But did you see Cody? The Downstate song passed like 10 million listens or some shit. They're gonna make an acoustic version of it.
we'll probably listen to that. We should listen to that 10 times in a row on the pod.
It was like kind of the first time I've seen. Like, I don't know why this is not that interesting, but I was like, I really never really seen anyone like announce they're gonna make something. You rarely see that. Everything just drops. Everything's so
It's like,
immediate.
hey, since
I was like, I
we
can't
did
listen
this,
now. What is this?
Here it is.
You know?
Yeah. You really, I mean, like, you're not really getting everybody hyped for this by doing that. Just drop the fucking song next time.
But then, did you see Cody posted his
It's-
doll?
Yeah.
No. His doll. It's like his daughter with his brawl or what are those called? The
like the wrestling buddies.
Yeah. He's got a wrestling buddy, and it looks pretty good actually. I was like, I gotta get one of those. You know, Cody's continuing to rise up the WWE ladder.
They
Come to
probably
see
didn't
them.
make the song before because they didn't expect it to get 10 million listens on it. So they're like, oh shit, we're gonna get 10 million listens. Probably should do something about this. Why don't we make a song? Well, we're here now, so
I wonder if Vince liked the song when he first heard it. You know, because I don't think. I mean, he didn't have a choice because he was buying the whole character, right? So you
guess
can't
so.
buy Kingdom Cody without Kingdom the song. You know. Interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's switch to let's talk
Okay.
about Double or Nothing, and let's use Dynamite as ways to talk about Double or Nothing. But I'm gonna bring
Love
up the card actually.
Great go home
But-
show.
Yeah, the Go Home show was pretty good. I liked it.
And Rampage is the real go home show because it's live actually on Friday. So
Yes.
but I thought tonight was a lot of fun. And a
Yeah,
great-
it was
great build.
definitely a good show. You know, also some weirdness. There's some weird shit going on in AEW.
Definitely.
Also,
definite weird shit going on.
yeah, like that Jericho segment was so weird.
With the fireball to the guy in the back.
yeah. That was so. I mean, he's looking shredded, Jericho. Good for him, you know.
But then he came out on the stage. He walked out on the ramp, and I'm like, that doesn't even look like the guy that was back there. Would he stop catering before he came out or something?
Yeah, who knows? Pre-taped. He's like, I'm a wizard. Like standalone was so fucking weird. It's just,
I was
man.
I was honestly thinking. I mean, those guys that are around him now, like Garcia and those two other buffoons, are really to be around this iteration of Jericho is I think an incredible thing for them to have as an experience because you see how effective it is. This is so fucking dumb. It's the dumbest shit we've ever seen in our whole entire lives. But we're gonna get anarchy at the stadium, and they're gonna fucking go against those other 5 psychopaths, and it's gonna be absolute insanity. And we're all
It's
gonna
anarchy
love it.
in the arena. Match,
Anarchy in the arena. My bad.
which is essentially just a stadium match again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that match is Eddie Kingston, Santana Ortiz, and Daniel Bryan and Moxley. So Moxley, Daniel Bryan worked everybody, right, with his foot getting caught.
I guess so. But I think it was actually stuck.
Was stuck, but then I thought it was a work. Let's see. Yeah.
I don't know. He was out there tonight, and apparently he said he was limping, but I mean they were fucking scrumming, so I think he's fine. Don't
I
get too
thought
deep.
that it was a work.
It actually happened, but and they thought maybe he was hurt at first, but he's fine. I mean, he was out there tonight, so he's got to be fine.
Yeah. And he's also still he's booked on the match. You know what I mean? All right, that's cool. I mean, whatever. It's a cool big match. It's just kind of I get it. This pay-per-view fine, but I'd love to see a Daniel Bryan versus a singles match, on this card.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's a lot of wrestlers on this card. That's for sure. You can definitely say that. There's a lot of multi-man matches for sure.
I think AEW is starting to hit the place where wrestlers are starting to be upset.
It's getting pretty jam-packed, man.
Yo, random thing. I know this is a complete jump off, but
Go for it.
I feel like they let Joey Janela go, and then his popularity went way up. Am I wrong?
Joey's on fire right now. Because
Isn't that so odd how that happened?
well, it was great for him because he came back and he just went full speed back into the indies and he started doing all this crazy shit. And it was just like, now he's all over the place. I think he's wrestling like 6 matches this weekend. Fucking insane.
And he's getting jacked up. He's probably like trying to be like, I'm going to try to go for WWE. Right?
And I don't think so. No. I think
you don't think so? He's probably just like, whatever. I'm just getting jacked and actually try to do it the right way.
He's doing this.
He always said he wanted to be in WWE. I actually know that. I've seen him talk about that.
I'm telling you right now, this guy is gonna make. He's a good wrestling like promoter too. He knows how to book cards and like do things and book matches. He's in the money spot right now. Trust me, he's gonna be just fine.
All right, so let's look at this card. Let's jump on. Let's just start at the main event because it's actually not that much to talk about. Weirdly, when it comes to like these feuds,
Yeah.
There's some of these matches will be sick. Like Hardy's versus Bucks is like, first off, I've seen it live. It's a little bit like we've seen it. But like that'll still be sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'd be sick.
It's like it doesn't really need a build. I mean, I wouldn't mind one that I cared about, but also if it doesn't have it, no big deal.
Yeah.
So Hangman versus CM Punk. So this was the interesting feud because you and I were talking about it. I was like, how are they gonna pull this off? And I gotta say, the way they pulled it off was not at all how I expected it, and I really like it. I really think it's really cool. It's really slick. And not only that, it's kind of plays into exactly what I like about Hangman. He's essentially saying like it's a lot of subtext, right? Which he's saying is kind of like I'm protecting AEW from you, That actually he's not subtext, that's his exact words, but he's saying essentially like, you're CM Punk. You're coming in here trying to be like a novelty act here, and you winning this title kind of changes the whole culture of this place. You become more of just like a WWE star with the title, who's a dude who's past his prime and is just a guy here collecting a paycheck. Really, that's kind of what he's saying without saying it. And he's like, you don't carry yourself like a champion, like. Anymore. You don't really have that in you. You don't have that care that I have. Like, I love this place in a way that you're actually incapable of loving at this state of your life, And so he has that because he's like, I see the way you carry yourself. I see what you don't do as opposed to what you do. And it's kind of like what you stand for makes me kind of sick. So that's why I'm mad at you, even though you're not mad at me. And that's what's really cool about this feud. I can't remember the last feud I saw where, like, one guy is like, hey, which is CM Punk. He's like, I respect you, but I just want to win the title. And he's like, no, for me, this is like personal. I really, really don't want you having this title more than I want to beat you. He's like, and I think that was very slick, very, very unique writing. He's like, the consequences of you winning this title are very big, and I don't want that. He's not making it very much about himself. He's making it about the company and where it goes with a CM Punk as at the helm.
Yeah, I love it because I this is where AEW, when they get it right, they get it right. Like I think this journey for CM Punk was very well done, and it's beautiful because really I give so much credit to MJF too, and the feud that they did, and now him lead and then him branching off and continuing on. It's very easy for wrestlers to have this huge story build up and then nothing really of relevance happens after it, right? But this was perfect. The winner of that feud was obviously going to be the next one to like go and challenge for the title, right? And one did, and then the other one has this other storyline. And I think what it's really just showing is just how fucking great Hangman is. It's like you said, I am so on his side for this. And really, the storytelling has made you kind of feel that way. Like I got against CM Punk because of the shit that he pulled with MJF, that he continued in his feud with Hangman. So he carried over that Long Island shit. He took that Long Island shit from one feud to the other. And you know what? That kind of was an interesting play for him in this storyline because it's got people. This crowd isn't really 100% on his side, you know.
Well, it's multifaceted. Like it's not it's perfect like gray area wrestling where it's like you're not sure who's the baby, who's not. Technically, on paper, the baby face is, if you had to just go from a technical standpoint, it's CM Punk because Adam Page is the full on aggressor here, you know.
Mhm.
But also CM Punk has a kind of a shitty. He has like an attitude, and he's kind of a pompous asshole, and he's making these points where, and uh, 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 and and Hangman pushed him to this place where he had to point like, "Yo, I built." He's like, "Stop mouthing off because like I paved the road for your career to even exist. Like there would be, you know, it's like I'm don't underestimate like me. I'm CM fucking Punk."
Yeah.
He invented all. It's true. He invented all these fucking guys. Really, there wouldn't be there wouldn't be mainstream wrestling for guys that look like CM Punk, even though CM Punk is bigger than all of them now. Even which even speaks to that. Uh, if it
Mhm.
wasn't for him, who went up against a guy like a Cena and said like, we can be, indie wrestlers can be contenders here. So uh, yeah, it's just
I wonder. I
I think they're gonna
wonder.
go to war.
They're gonna go to war, man, and I think it's gonna be epic. And I wonder what the crowd will truly be like if Punk wins because I'm start like I bought into everything he said, what Hangman said tonight. You know, so I'm really excited to see how this is gonna finish and where it's gonna and especially where it will go after this.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
the
expecting
next,
big cheers for Punk winning, and I think
you
he's
think
just a
so?
baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think he's gonna go down. I think he's gonna go down a little different road during this match. That's gonna get people to turn on him. So if he was to win, people would be pissed that he won, and he did it that way or whatever way he chooses to do it. You know?
yeah. Yeah. I mean, a really cool thing they could do is have CM Punk win the title, and then he kind of becomes Cena like slowly. He
Mm.
slowly starts like hawking merch and like
Yeah.
putting on muscle and like being the face of the company and like being on all the like posters and promos. And then like literally at one point, like Hangman shows him the cups and he shows him the
Mm-hmm.
the flyers and the what are those called, the program,
Become
and you're
everything
like,
you
look at
hated.
it, it's you.
Yeah.
Like that's like your big thing was like, I'm not on the cups, I'm not on the programs, that's from the pipe bomb. And
Uh-huh.
he's like, yo, now you're everything that you
And
said.
that's
And
that was that line that Hangman said too about rolling the pipe down though and like to the
yeah.
ring and exploding at like at his feet. You know, like man. I mean, I it was a like an incredible performance, right? Like
It was really
acting
good. It was
wise,
Hangman's
like
best. The best thing he did. He delivered. The pipe bomb thing was a little. It was fine. It was just a little bit like, oh, I get it. You have to mention the pipe bomb. But
yeah, but he said it in a way that we haven't heard it before, you know?
he's like, I'm not. I don't want to be like. I don't know. Whatever the way he said it, he said, I'm going to stand. I'm not. I'm standing in the way of you, like an AEW, like that. That wording was really fucking good. Him just being like, I'm stopping you from being the face of this place because it's not. It makes this place cheapened. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it was really fucking good. Again, Hangman will deliver. This match will be sick. And I like this feud a lot because it's like you don't not every it's hard to do, and not every feud needs to be like the evil versus good.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm here for it. They
Especially
did
when
it.
you have
Kud-
records like the way that
Kudos.
this is based on the foundation that like CM Punk was 16-1. You
Anybody
know?
that anybody that listens to this pod knows I've
Yeah.
always said that you can tell stories, and it doesn't have to be face and heel in every story. It's possible. Just let these guys do what they do, and women do what they do best, and they can do it. And honestly, it's what's getting in the way of AEW booking their women's division too, because I mean they should really be ashamed of themselves with these two matches that they had. They just literally threw Anna Jay into a pay-per-view match strictly based that she's like the number 2 ranked wrestler, and
Yeah.
because she came to whoever's assistance last week. I don't know, Chris Stats or whatever, Ruby Soho's. I don't know. And then this Thunder Rosa and Serena Deeb thing, after a great feud with Sheeta, they just like put no effort into making this good in any kind of way. And it's
No, I
like,
mean,
and it's crazy.
Deeb is now wrestling Thunder Rosa. I'm like, I don't even know if she earned that.
Well, and this is the problem, and this is the problem I'm going to run into more because you're going to see it every single night. It's one woman's match on each card, and it's just they have too much talent now with all the shit that's going on. Forbidden Door coming up, man. They better be careful that they don't start putting these giving the women's division a back seat because it's there. It doesn't have. They need to start focusing and telling some storylines. Like Britt Baker is literally the only compelling wrestler in that division right now, in terms of you see her in the ring and you're like she can go with anybody and make anything work. Kudos to Jade doing a great job as the TBS champion, and Thunder Rosa too. But they weren't able to do what Britt did. In all of Britt's feuds were meaningful and had it. They just.
Yeah.
It's weird, man. It's weird.
Definitely some work to be had. I would say, that's, there's this card ain't flawless, it's not one of their better double or nothing cards,
Mm-hmm.
I don't get, we talk about it every time, but I really hope this House of Black versus Death Triangle is fine, but I'm not really a Death Triangle. I love Penta. I love Ray.
Well,
I love all those wrestlers, but the Death Triangle thing, it just is.
Something needs to happen
nothing.
in that. Something needs to happen in that match to put a hard end to that feud and propel House of Black forward, catapult them forward, to the front of the line. It's enough is enough. They're not even in the rankings. I looked at the rankings, they came out today, and I was like, what's going on with this company right now? These are not compelling rankings. This does not look like the AEW that I knew. And you know what? They're starting to show some holes. But at the same time, I'm so pumped for MJF versus Wardlow.
I mean, if we're talking about showing holes, I just thought the product in general, when I was watching the show, I was like, there was definitely there's definitely a sloppiness to a lot of these. Just a lot of these promos they have a lot of really bad promos happening. I don't know. It's tough. Being a wrestler is very tough. But even I don't know, Adam Cole, Samoa Joe segment was a little Samoa Joe can cut killer promos. And they had a little segment of him just coming up being like, "I'll take you out, baby," and you're like, "This is the match before. This is the go home Dynamite." So it's like, Samoa Joe, give him that fucking mic. He's sick on the microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I'm AEW, I get all my guys who have mic skills on a mic, more, because their show needs to be better on the mic. Just the stick stuff needs to be way stronger. You have Joe versus Cole for the men's Owen Hart.
First
that
time
match
ever.
will be sick. Yeah, that match will be very sick. Obviously. Who wins that? Insane. I think Joe. Can Cole eat another big loss at a pay-per-view? They probably have to let Cole win, right?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Do you want to see Adam Cole, the character, being like, "I'm the Owen Hart Cup Tournament Championship winner"?
Honestly, if there was one person to do it, he's probably the best man for the job.
This Owen Hart Foundation tournament is just a little interesting to me, because what do you win from it?
I don't think they ever really said anything about that.
I'm a little confused by the whole thing. I like that there's a tournament. I'm just a little bit I like to have some kind of stakes. I guess every tournament can't be for number one contendership, but I don't know. Here, does it say anything about what you get here? That you win a trophy, I don't know.
Trophy?
You get a trophy. You get a trophy,
Nice.
You want to see Adam Cole carrying around a trophy? Do you even want to see Samoa Joe carrying around a trophy?
I'd rather see Adam Cole carry around a trophy. I feel like he'll do more with the trophy.
Yeah.
Unless the trophy has a towel around it. That's the only way Samoa Joe will pick it. It's
see,
his new towel rack.
Of a wrestler like The Miz. Because Miz is a wrestler who you want to win trophies. Because Miz will walk around with that trophy. He will make it so important for 2 years. He'll be like, "I am the Owen Hart." can you believe this? He'll carry it around. He'll hit people with it. He'll
Yeah.
sell it so hard. You know, indie wrestlers and trophies, not really a great. It's not a great mix. You know,
It's true.
it is true, right? It's a little WWE, the trophy. You know. But I like the idea, man. I like Owen Hart. I like that Owen Hart's wife was in the crowd last week. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. What else we got on this card? There's, a Team Taz match, whatever.
The tag team triple threat match. I'm actually kind of pumped for because that triple threat match tonight was cool, and then you get the 3 big men in it also.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
that
Keith Lee and Swerve is a cool tag team.
Yeah, and I think Hobbs and Ricky are too, and you get the tag champs. I think we see in that match, I think we see the Jungle Boy turn. I think it finally happens.
Right.
I think it's
He'll
time.
start becoming the Luke Perry's son,
Yeah,
like Angle, like a Hollywood guy.
yeah. From the
He should roll around with the hunk.
from the Hollywood jungle. Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah,
Imagine if he came out to Welcome to the Jungle.
that'd be fun. What else we got on this card?
I think that was Newman's idea.
MJF versus Wardlow. If Wardlow wins, he'll be granted his release from contract. MJF wins, Wardlow will be permanently banned from signing with AEW. All right, so Wardlow is gonna win this match, obviously.
Oh yeah,
right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Did
the
you
Wardlow
see
stuff's
him
good.
throw that guy onto the cage, and he just like fell in between the cage?
Oh
and
yeah,
the
that was
ring?
gross. Yeah,
I mean,
that was gross.
oh my god, he like disappeared into like the dark realm or something. He was gone.
Tullo, I gotta pee. You keep talking about that.
All right, go pee, man.
Keep going. Tullo time.
All right,
We're bringing back
Tullo time. Wow,
I drank way too much water today because of my backseat.
10:58 p.m. Central Standard Time. Usually give me something to talk about, but he's leaving, so all right. Oh man, I'm still recovering from this wedding. It was crazy. It beat the crap out of me, and I deeply apologize for us taking time off. We've been trying to really do a good job getting content out. They've been super busy with these shows, which is cool, but I'm stoked for Double or Nothing this weekend. I feel like it's been forever since, and I guess that's not true, but it feels like it's been forever since we got like to watch a pay-per-view. And honestly, if I'm around Sunday, I think we should all get together, like the good old times, sit back, maybe I'll drink a couple IPAs, tell Timberly to eat my ass, all the fun things. But I mean, yeah, I'm excited. I think WWE's got me back in. I think that's nice. I think the only thing I'm really not, I have no interest in NXT 2.0 whatsoever. It's kind of crazy how it all came about. But I think WWE is doing a lot of fun things right now. So, we'll see what Dan says.
Back, baby.
How was your pee, man?
It was great. I'm drinking a ton of water because when I got the vaccine, they said I got to drink a lot of water, and I also just naturally drink a bunch of water. And I'm doing a Murph tomorrow. Do you know what a Murph is, Tullo?
Yeah, it's like a crazy CrossFit workout.
It is a crazy CrossFit workout.
Burpees, right? Cleans.
No, it's not burpees. It's here. Let me look it up. It's I know what it is. It's a 1 mile run, and then you do 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 squats, and then you run another mile.
Wow.
Yeah. So the thing about it is though, with the pull-ups, you can do kipping pull-ups.
Oh, where you like?
So you can like use your body's momentum to get over. So that's you can like pull off 100. But there's
Is that right? Did I do it right?
yeah, you did do it right. I'm trying to see. Hold on. You also are technically supposed to wear a 20-pound vest when you do it.
Holy.
But I can't do that.
I
have worn a vest and taken it off. Like, I've never finished one, but I've worn it for like half of it, and then I'm like, I can't. It's with the pull-ups with the vest on. You're done. Now the thing with the pull-ups is, anyway. So I do these. I don't know. I like to gamify working out, so it really works for me. But when I get to the first mile run, I run like pretty good. The second mile run, I'm like basically walking.
Yeah.
In running.
You're dead at that point.
Yeah, dead.
because your body's just like numb from overexertion and doing all that other shit. Like it's insane.
Oh my god, it was so hot. I was working out today. I was like, if it's hot like this when I do this. But anyway, pretty fun. So I'm doing that tomorrow. So I was to make sure I get my water in and that my vaccine does not affect me too much. But yeah.
Can we take a little veer mahan?
Oh my
real
god,
quick?
you want to take a veer mahan? We should get a sound effect for that. Let's take a veer mahan. This whole podcast is one big veer mahan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we should. Obi-Wan coming out on fucking.
Are you trying to take the Obi-Wan detour?
Yeah, 100%.
I
You're not
Sorry,
looking forward to it?
give me a second.
Yeah, I would think you're looking forward to it.
Oh, I got something to talk to you about. Also, I
Okay.
definitely am looking forward to that. But hold on a second.
I think. Oh, you know what I'm really looking forward to too? I'm going to see Maverick in Dolby like surround at the theater. I heard that's
Are we
awesome.
calling it just Maverick, or are we calling it
Top Gun?
Top
Maverick.
Gun 2?
Top Gun 2.
Obi-Wan in the way. Yo, by the way, hold on.
By the way,
Just to play a little more because I rewatched Batman again.
wow.
My brother
Okay.
was here visiting,
Okay.
and he put it on again. I didn't finish it this time, but I watched another 2 hours.
Butchie?
Yeah, Butchie was watching it. Butchie likes the movie. It's so funny. He likes it. He doesn't think it's perfect or anything, but we had like completely different complaints about the movie. So we're watching the whole time just complaining, you know? And I'm like things he's upset about. I'm upset about like big things where I'm like Catwoman and that everything in this movie is stuff that we didn't see. It's relationships you don't care about. They're like, what happened to that girl who died? And you're like, I don't know who that character is. Why would I care about that character? I didn't see her on screen for even a second, you know? So do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They're like, it's like so Catwoman's whole thing is like looking for her friend, and you're like, I don't care about that character. Why would I care about that? You know what I mean? It's like the central character. Anyway, my brother's like, that part's fine. The stuff my brother gets upset about is he's like, when Batman jumps off the roof in that scene, you know, he has kind of a crash landing, and my brother's like, he should be way more fucked up after that landing. And I'm like, yo, Neil, like, I'll suspend my disbelief that Batman doesn't get hurt, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that part I'm fine with. I'm talking about, like, the central plot that upsets me. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't care at all about half of these characters. This is the combo we were having during it. Then, here's another Batman veer. Hold on. Another Batman veer Mahan.
I like how we went on the Obi-Wan in the way tour.
No, because Batman, you know, he's
But
many would
it
say.
led us to a Batman.
All right, so Batman's in the way.
Batman's
Okay.
in.
Batman's in. Last night, couldn't really sleep. And so I started going on a YouTube dip
Oh, boy.
about Heath, just watching like YouTube documentaries about Heath Ledger playing the Joker.
Okay.
Just about like the whole origin of that.
Mm-hmm.
None of these things were interesting. I gotta be honest. None of these were.
Wow.
You know, like sometimes people make content on YouTube where you're like, what? Why? You say you spend your time? I mean, you could say that about this if you want.
Yeah.
But and I wouldn't argue. But I'm saying like it's literally them just like laying out like just reading the Wikipedia page essentially. So
Pretty
with no
much, yeah.
commentary, they're like, you know, Heath Ledger wanted to play the choice. It's like he wasn't really the choice. Actually, he was up for the role of Batman, you know. But then Christopher Nolan worked with him in another thing, and he thought of him for the role of Joker. He wasn't on the original list, and like that's what they posted. That's the whole thing. And you're like, oh, that's cool, but literally you could just read that. Like, tell me how you feel, baby. You know what I mean? Or give me something juicy. You know, but these things have like 10 million views, and it's a guy just saying out the basics of Heath Ledger getting the Joker role. You know, what I want to know about is like. And I found one after. I want to know like how deep into character. I was trying to look up if like he got so deep into character as part of him passing away.
Yeah.
You know, like did he get? Because people are like, no, you know, whatever. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I don't know. What do you
Did
think? You think there was a work shoot there? You think that he played the Joker and that led him down a dark path?
Uh, I
It's
don't
like,
think it.
yo,
I
that
don't think it.
character's like
No,
not that dark. Like,
I
by
don't
the
think
way,
it. I don't think it led him down a dark path, but I think he got immersed into the role where like he had to play like this. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like it was super like deep
yeah.
into like mind stuff. Like very emotional trauma, like about his scars, and I think he
My
reached
point
down
is
into a
that
place and found a dark place inside him, and that came to the forefront. And I think it mixed with a lot of other things that he probably emotionally had going on,
right.
which ultimately led to him not being able to cope with the current state of his reality, I guess.
Yeah. I guess what I'm saying is that I've watched that movie like 5,000 times.
Yeah.
Okay. The character's not. It's dark in the sense of like it's a dark version of the Joker. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, but
it's not like a crazy role. It's still like a PG-13 movie.
yeah,
You
but
know?
like you have to understand that like every time he showed up, he had to immerse himself into this character. He couldn't like
Yeah.
like what I'm saying is so like in order to for that to be displayed, it's like I don't think Jared Leto went through the same thing. He might have. I mean, I know he does that. That's how his thing is. Like he like I think probably told people to
Yeah.
call him Joker, on set.
Well, I'm
But
saying I know like whatever if he's method acting and then he's trying to get into the mentality of a guy who would kill so simply, easily. What I'm saying is that he doesn't actually like. A lot of those scenes don't even exist. He doesn't even have to like fake kill people really, because it's PG-13. It's not
mm,
like he had scenes where he had to like cut someone's head off and then the blood's all over him and he's got to dance in it. There are movies like that. You
mm.
know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that I think we listen. Fucking whatever. But my thing is this: it's like, yo, if I get to like be that icon, I get to like do my work and I do something that iconic and that cost me my life. Hey, baby, is it better to burn out than fade away? I mean, fuck that. He's like a god,
Mm.
for it. So not that I even need that kind of praise, but I'm just saying, if you're trying to be an actor and you do that, I mean, your life's work done. It's almost kind of beautiful. Anyway,
Interesting way to put it.
it's fucked up. It's fucked.
I don't know.
I'm
I
saying,
don't
well,
know.
think about it like this: like, yo, like a lot of wrestlers, like look
He
like
won an
Flair,
Oscar for it.
right?
You're right. Like, I mean, that's like the highest honor you can get for your role. So, like, he was
Right.
so good at what he did that he won an Oscar
Would
for
you
it.
think he would have won that Oscar if he was alive? Or you think?
I think so. I mean, I would hope he would have. Like the performance was that good.
All right,
Still think
fun,
Tony Stark should have won an Oscar for playing.
100%, hundred
I
percent.
mean,
That's a
Tony Stark.
yeah. I think Tony Stark should win an Oscar for playing Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I 100% agree. There's so many roles that like I've said it a million times before, but like Jeff Bridges should win an Oscar for The Dude.
Mm.
I think Will Ferrell should get nominated for an Oscar for Ron Burgundy. Like I think there's roles that like it's like the way we view acting, it's like
You-
you has
you-
to be like hard drama, Meryl Streep, and you're like
Yeah.
some of those roles that are iconic are very difficult to pull off, even though they're kind of goofy comedies. They're
Yeah.
the fact that they make you care about it is very grounded. So eat my ass about that. No respect for comedic acting. I hate it. You know what I mean? Hey, if it was up to me, here would be the Oscar winners. Okay, 92, Jim Carrey for Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Uh, well,
94, Chris Farley for Tommy Boy.
this is probably the real ones I would give. I'd probably give 94. I probably would have give Samuel L. Jackson for Pulp Fiction. Okay. Well, let's see, 95. I don't know what these movies are. I gotta look them up. Oh, I can't do this off the cuff.
No, no,
This
no,
is
no.
it.
I don't know years.
I
You're
can't
trying
do this
to.
off the cuff.
I don't know movie years. You
I
crazy?
give Paul Rudd for Wet Hot 2002. I go. I would have given.
Oh, Joe Pesci, My Cousin Vinny, phenomenal performance.
Well,
actually,
she won. Marissa Tomei
Oh,
actually
Miss
won the
May
Oscar,
actually won. That's right. I was gonna say.
which is rare because that is a rare. It is rare, rare, rare to win an Oscar for a comedy. I mean, you can count it on one hand probably.
She fucking
You know?
killed it in that.
Giamatti was nominated for Sideways, which was a comedy. He didn't win.
He didn't. I thought he did.
No,
No, but Sideways won.
We've veer behind.
We were supposed to talk about. We were supposed
so
to talk
far
about
off of
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. Okay, anyway. Whatever.
Sweet veer mahan.
You were
Forgot
going
to
Sweet
talk
Caroline
about
for Sweet Veer Mahan.
Obi-Wan.
Sweet Veer
Veer Mahan.
Mahan.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. Veer Mahan into Obi-Wan. All right. I don't know what we're doing here, folks. But we're having fun. We're having fun. But yeah, my point is I actually think he would have won. What we were saying is I think Ledger would have won if he was alive.
Yeah.
I think that people would have recognized that performance as awesome, regardless. But I'm thinking, how many superhero roles or comic book kind of roles have been nominated for an Oscar? Was Jack Nicholson nominated for the Joker? I think he was.
I was thinking Cena might have been in the Emmy nod fucking category this year because his character is
the first time a film with the Joker won an Oscar in 1990 with Tim Burton's Man that started won the Oscar best art direction.
Oh,
wow.
You know, I what's his name was nominated though, right?
Hold on,
Was
see.
he?
Nicholson? Hold on,
Yeah.
let's see. Batman. Here, Academy Awards is nominated for 1989. No.
Okay.
List of awards and nominations received by Jack Nicholson. He was not nominated for Batman. But here's something I know randomly off the top of my head. Pacino was nominated for his role in Dick Tracy for an Oscar.
Interesting.
He plays what's that guy's name?
When are they gonna remake that? We need some
I
Dick
don't
Tracy.
know.
We need some Dick in our life, you know.
We could use, folks. We could all use a little bit of Dick Tracy. That is best supporting actor, 1991.
Oh yeah, he played the main bad guy, right?
Yeah, he plays the villain. Wait, best supporting actor. Here we go.
Yeah, I remember I had the Dick Tracy watch. My brother probably did.
Wait, what the fuck? Wait.
My brother was a jerk. Dick Tracy was one of my brother's guys.
Did I make this? Wait, did I make up this fact? Hold on.
You might have.
Here, control.
Probably right in the fucking sheets.
Would be a Pacino.
On one of those articles that pop up on the dirt sheets at the bottom, it's the weird pimple popping thing, and then Pacino.
Pacino has been nominated for an Oscar one time, 4 times. Okay.
Okay.
Can you guess we've gotten so off the rails here. What? All right. 4. Okay. Wow. Okay. Following those received 3 or more. All right. He's been nominated for Best Supporting Actor 4 times. Can you guess these Pacino movies?
Rain Man.
Supporting.
Rain Man.
He's not in Rain Man. Isn't that Dustin Hoffman, bro?
Oh, that's Dustin Hoffman.
Fucking idiot.
I knew I was going to do this. I thought it was going to happen with Deniro, though. Pacino, supporting actor, huh?
Samuel Jackson was nominated for an Oscar for Pulp Fiction.
I bet you Pacino was nominated for supporting actor in The Irishman. Was he nominated in The Irishman?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
That's one of the 4. Great job.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great. This couldn't be less of a wrestling podcast right now.
Okay. Let me think. Hold on, I got this. Any Given Sunday.
No. I bet you can get this other one though. By the way, here the reason you might not get this is because you might think he's the lead of this movie.
Wait, wasn't he in Heat? Was he in Heat? Did he get nominated for
Heat? But he's not nominated for Heat.
Okay.
One of them is Dick Tracy, by the way. I'll tell you.
Okay,
I was correct about that. He plays Big Boy. He plays
Big
Alphonse,
Boy, right.
Big Boy Caprice.
That's right. Okay.
You could definitely get the one. You won't get one. One is Glenn Ross. You won't.
Yeah, I was never gonna get that. I actually should have got that.
But the other one is his most famous movie, and it's I don't know why he's a supporting actor.
Scarface?
No.
I'm drawing a blank. Go.
The Godfather.
Oh my God, The Godfather. So
Not only that,
stupid.
this is really interesting. If I'm looking at this correctly, the okay, the Oscar. This is so fascinating. I know this is not at all wrestling, but 1972 Oscars. Okay, the 45th Oscars. 3 of the 5 best supporting actors are from The Godfather.
Holy shit.
James Caan,
Yeah, James Caan.
Robert Duvall, and Al Pacino are all nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
Who won it?
And here's the interesting: none of them win. They all lose to Joel Grey in Cabaret. In Cabaret. 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 Joel Grey, father of Jennifer Grey from Dirty Dancing.
I had the time of my life. Was that nice?
Wow, I don't know how the fuck we got here. You know what I mean?
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. Yeah, I'm pumped for Obi-Wan. Let's talk about wrestling again. No, I'm very excited for Obi-Wan. I have a little bit of an issue, though.
Yeah.
All right, side note. We're talking about Disney Plus. Check out my friends Dan Greger and Doug Mann's movie, Chippendale's Rescue Ranger.
I heard it was
They
amazing.
wrote that movie. It's great. I've watched it. Just shout out to those guys. I love those guys, and they wrote that movie. They literally on my porch here. Doug was telling me about this movie like 4 years ago. He's like, "Yeah, we're doing this Rescue Rangers thing." I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." He's like, "It's live action, this, that," and I was like, sounds like a cool idea, And then and it fucking came to life. It's a big hit. So check it out. It's awesome. Congrats to those guys. All right. Obi-Wan. I've not gotten through Boba Fett yet. I keep putting it on and falling asleep. Does Boba Fett get better? Because I'm a little bit. I love the character Boba Fett. And if you told me as a kid there would be a Boba Fett TV show and I would not be done with it the second it came out, I would never believe you.
Yeah.
But I keep putting this thing on and going, wait, what's happening again? Oh, there's Jabba. There's like the Jabba, but it's not Jabba.
I think I rewatched the last 3 episodes of it like 3 times.
I know he bumps into Mando, right? So I know he's going to see Mando. So that's going to be fun because I love the Mando.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get a Grogu spotting. I don't know. No spoilers, please.
Maybe.
No spoilers. Who knows? There's a lot that can be had. A lot.
Maybe Luke Skywalker comes back. Maybe Darth Vader makes an appearance. Who knows? You never know.
Wow. Do you spoil shit for me?
No, I'm just naming all Star Wars characters, so
okay, cool.
It doesn't spoil it.
I
Chewbacca.
heard it ends really well. We probably see it, but
I can't do it right now because I lost my voice at the wedding, but I can usually do a Chewbacca.
Hey, who wins, MJF or Wardlow?
Wardlow. You just rattling through?
Yeah, Wardlow definitely wins.
Go.
He definitely wins. And where do you put Wardlow after this win? MJF not happy with the company from what we've been reading. What do you think about that? If you were MJF, would you feel happy with this company or no?
I just think he's just so phenomenal as a pro wrestler that I think he's actually whatever he's saying, he kind of warrants it. Think about what he's done that was my point before. It's like you just go back in his lineage of feuds, and he's had insane storylines every single time. It doesn't miss. He's just great. He's a great professional wrestler.
Fantastic.
He had the Shawn Michael ref shorts on. Did you see that tonight?
Yeah, I saw that. I like that. That's my first thought was the only other guy who refs in tights like that is Shawn. The tight
and he had the Burberry stripes.
And he had the Burberry stripes, which I thought was pretty cool. I also kind of dig Shawn Spears a little bit, like in this role. I think he's kind of like a great goon,
Oh, I saw a tweet like earlier, and they're like, we haven't given Shawn Spears enough credit in his role with MJF, and honestly, truth be told, I mean, the guy is the furthest away from a perfect 10, and that's why I love him. He even brought it back last week.
Can we say this about Shawn Spears? I would say this. I'm officially labeling him. He's a perfect 4.5. He's a perfect.
How about this? Perfect 6.9.
He's
perfect 6.9. Perfect 6.9.
I like the 6. I would just go clean. I think he's a perfect 6.
Round numbers. Yeah. Six.
Six. I'm okay, barely, and sometimes not passing. You know,
Six.
he's the perfect six. He's the perfect six.
And
Yeah.
that's why we
Anyway,
love him.
I imagine this pay-per-view is going to be really good, but I'll be honest, I'm not like crazy pumped about this card. I'm very pumped about Hangman Page. That match. This is a big problem with MJF for me. Is that I don't care. I don't get hyped for his matches like I do with Page. And I think he's got to find a way, MJF, for me to really. I like this Punk feud. That was the exception to it. That was the exception, you know. But I don't get really that pumped for his matches. I like his segments on TV, you know.
Yeah, and I think he has a unique way of kind of like surprising you once he gets to those matches, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's what he's going to do in this match for sure.
Yeah. But we are hitting an interesting. We are really hitting a really interesting zone. I do think the WB product is.
You want to? This is. I thought about this before and I forgot to say it, but doesn't it seem like WWE kind of took a lot of the little like fun, jokey things that AEW was doing and then like put their shine on it? You know? Oh, remember, dude? There's no more Orange Cassidy stuff. All those fun, gimmicky things have left AEW, and then they are just straight into like now, especially with ROH being around, they're straight into like wrestling, which is great because that's what they want it to be. But it's funny because I think now WWE is shining even more because they're doing fun, gimmicky kind of things, you know? Like Sami Zayn in the fucking Bloodline, like that guy's incredible.
Sami Zayn is pretty fun. I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling. I'm feeling WWE right now. It's a lot very Cody based, you know.
I mean, Judgment Day still can eat my ass. I mean, that thing is just not
Judgment
getting
Day is
any
not
better.
good. It's not. Judgment Day is not good. This is not. But I will tell you. I think Edge will get there. I think Edge is just that good. You know.
I honestly hope he does because I think it would be really cool to see a big faction in WWE with him at the like leading it. But like they gotta fucking make it cooler. It's fucking lame.
Do you see that Hell in a Cell poster with Cody on it?
Yeah.
Holy shit! I think I might try to get that and frame it. It's sick.
You probably can. Yeah, it's probably available. Actually, I think I have the WWE.
The promotional poster is very nice. How do I get? I think I would like that up in my house. I gotta be honest. Let's see. Can I buy that? Should I make a merchant?
I'll look at it right now.
All right. What movies did you think Pacino was nominated for Best Actor?
Scarface.
I don't think he was nominated for Scarface, but let's see if you're wrong. I might be. I know. I know what he
said.
won.
Rain Man, and it was fucking.
List of award. Okay, here we go. Academy Awards. Here we go. Best Actor. He's got nominated 4 times for Best Actor. Okay? No, 5 times. Okay?
Uh-huh.
One he won, by the way. He won 1. I know the one he won. Do you know what it is? And when he's like, I'm gonna take a flamethrower to this place.
Oh, you know what?
It's something that you are not. It's something that you have not really had in a while. You've not really experienced in a while.
I'm drawing a blank.
I can't wait till you get it. You have not. This is something you've not really came encounter with in a long while, Tullo.
Peace of mind.
No, the scent of a woman.
Scent of a woman.
Folks.
What about Donnie Brasco? Is he nominated for Donnie Brasco?
No, bro. He's not nominated for Scarface either. Scarface is known as a terrible performance by him from a lot of people and borderline offensive. I liked it. I liked it a lot, but I think it was kind of critically panned. You know.
Okay.
Was he
Raging Bull? Or was that De Niro?
Nah, that's De Niro, and he won for that.
And Taxi Driver was De Niro too, right?
Taxi Driver is also De Niro. Scarface, 1983 film. Let's see. Did it win any?
Did he win one for, what was it, with the devil and the lawyer?
negative critical response. Yeah, people hated this Star Wars. It's an interesting thing.
Star Wars or Scarface?
No, Scarface.
All right. Well, what are the other ones they got nominated for?
Pacino was nominated for Golden Globe. He was nominated for a Gold Globe, but he didn't win. He was nominated for a Golden Raspberry Award. The worst cinematic movie is Brian De Palma was nominated for a Razzie for Scarface. Fun fact about Scarface: it's actually like known as bad. It was very critically, and then over time, people kind of like got into it. You know.
Yeah. What else did he win for? What was nominated for?
Oliver Stone, pictured in 1987, wrote the script for Scarface while struggling with his own addiction to cocaine. Okay.
Usually where you get your best material from.
Scent of a Woman, he won for. He was nominated Best Actor for a movie called Injustice for All, which I've never seen. His movie Dog Day Afternoon, which I don't think I ever saw either, actually.
Sounds familiar.
He's nominated for Godfather Part 2. But that time he was the lead, but he didn't win. Who beat him? Who beat him?
Yeah, because he killed
And then Serpico.
Godfather. Oh yeah, Serpico. That's
I bet. Man, it's possible De Niro beat him. Let's say. I mean, now we're just down a whole tip here. All right, here we go. Best actor. Okay, Best Picture, 1975, 47th Annual Awards. The best movie was The Godfather 2. Best director was Francis Ford Coppola for Godfather 2.
Best actor.
Best actor. Nicholson was nominated for Chinatown, and he did not win. Al Pacino was nominated. Michael Corleone did not win. Art Carney won for Harry and Tonto. All right. Sometimes they get it wrong. Sometimes they get it wrong. But then Best Supporting Actor went to Robert De Niro for Vito Corleone.
Love that.
In the flashbacks. Now let's look at, do we get it? All right. So how many Oscars do you believe Robert De Niro has?
Oof.
We definitely lost some listeners here.
No, I honestly think they're probably playing along and they're loving it.
This is pretty fun. I'm having fun.
I'm gonna say, man, I could probably start.
How many Oscars do you think De Niro has? Just the question.
Has?
Yes.
I'm gonna say Best Actor. He's won 3 times.
2 times.
Okay, so and it was Raging Bull was one, right?
Yes, Raging Bull.
And was Taxi Driver the other
Best
one?
Actor. Nope, nominated for Taxi Driver. Did not win.
Okay.
But I did just tell you this.
Oh, you did? Oh yeah, Godfather.
Godfather Part 2.
But he won for Best Supporting Actor in that, right?
Best Supporting. He's got one of each.
Oh, one of each. Wow, really? That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Damn.
Nominations though, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 nominations.
Wow.
And he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Best Actor. And only 2 for Best Supporting Actor. So, all right. So, if you care about this, Pacino has 2 more Supporting Actor nominations. And 1 less Best Actor nomination. And they both have 1 and 1?
Was De Niro nominated for Goodfellas?
No, I think Pacino never won. No, Pacino only has 1 Oscar, right?
Oh, gosh. Yeah. And he won it for Scent of a Woman?
Scent of a Woman, which you've never
no,
experienced in a long time.
Yeah.
Yes, De Niro Pacino only has 1 Oscar from 1980.
Can you name the ones that he was nominated for, the best actors?
I already did.
De Niro.
Justice for All, Dog Day. Oh,
De
you're
Niro.
talking about De Niro. Cape Fear, Awakenings, Raging Bull with a win, Deer Hunter, Taxi Driver.
And supporting?
And then for his Best Supporting was Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh, great movie.
Yeah. He plays
that
the
movie
dad
fucking
man.
ruled.
Weird. He's nominated for Best Picture for The Irishman. What is he? Wow. All right.
Yeah, probably directed it.
All right. Now, I mean, before we get out of here, we need to look up Joe Pesci, right?
Yeah, I was gonna. Oh God, I was gonna say Joe Pesci.
We can't not look up Joe Pesci here.
Yeah, gotta get Pesci.
Does he even have an Oscar?
He's had to have been nominated. His role in
Yes, he
Goodfellas.
does. He won the Best Supporting in '91 for Goodfellas, I think.
Yeah, had to.
No. Goodfellas came out in 1980. I don't think so. Goodfellas got actually. Fun fact about Goodfellas: Goodfellas is snubbed for Best Picture. It lost
Wow.
to Dances with Wolves, I believe.
Oh yeah.
No, here in '91. Why was I saying 1980? I'm wrong. Raging Bull's 81. Yeah, 91. He won Best Supporting Actor for Goodfellas. So he has
Oh my
won.
God.
He's
Thank
nominated
God.
3 times, only for supporting.
And he won
it's
one?
Raging
And
Bull, Goodfellas, and Irishman, and he won for Goodfellas. And Goodfellas lost Best Picture to Dances with Wolves.
Wow.
That I remember, and I'm definitely right about that. Let me look it up though. Yeah, but Goodfellas did win. 1, 2. It won, only Oscar that Goodfellas won, I think, was Pesci. It didn't win anything else. Yeah,
Damn.
Pesci only won. Scorsese didn't win. Interesting. Well, let's look at guys. This is so. Here we go. 1981. Goodfellas. Here, 1991. Sorry, I keep going to 81 for some reason. 91. Yes. No. Yes. Dances with Wolves. Kevin Costner wins the Oscar over Scorsese.
Wow.
What do you think is Best Picture in 1991?
Oh, if Costner won, was it? Oh, Costner won for
The
Dances
year
with
after,
Wolves?
the 64th. That was 1990, technically.
Was it Waterworld?
No. Silence of the Lambs wins Best Picture in
Ooh.
1991. 92, Unforgiven. 93, Schindler's List. 94, Forrest Gump. Beating Pulp Fiction. 4 Weddings and a Funeral. Quiz Show. And Shawshank Redemption.
Chicago.
1996, The English Patient beats out Fargo. Jerry Maguire. Secrets of Lies and Shine. 1997, what do you think of the Best Picture in 1997? You know this.
I have no idea. Can't hardly wait. Titanic.
Titanic winning Best Picture in 1997.
That was like
Yo,
the Nokia ringtone for Titanic.
Has any wrestler been nominated for an Oscar? Only the movie The Wrestler, obviously.
Yeah.
Has a wrestler won an Oscar? Professional wrestler turned thespian Mike the Miz, best known for playing titular roles. What is this? Has finally earned recognition from the Academy. With Best Oscar win? Wait, what the fuck are we talking? This is clearly. Oh, this is kayfabe news.
Oh my God, he got caught in the sheets. They ended up getting him.
Oh my God!
All those things that all those facts that you just gave us about all those Oscar things are probably wrong. You're probably in kayfabe news for that too.
That was all fake, everybody. That was all fake. That was all made up. All right, let's get out of here, bro. We're pumped for Double or Nothing. It's gonna be a good time. What time are we? When are we gonna record? I can't watch Double or Nothing on Sunday because I got a wedding, so I'm gonna have to watch it when I get home from the wedding. I can't watch it live. I'm saying.
So then let's just record a normal episode on Monday. How about that?
Memorial Day. So we'll put it out sometime Memorial Day.
Oh,
are you doing? Are you?
I don't know.
You partying?
That should be. It should be fine. Maybe Monday night.
All right, let's do it. All right, everybody, good times. Wow. This is the Comedians of Goodfellas. Everybody.
It's the Comedians of Joe Pesci.
Yeah, patreon.com/comedians wrestling for more Oscars facts that you cannot Wikipedia yourself. Hey, everybody. Keep watching wrestling. Kisses.
Yeah, eat my ass.